Welcome back to another episode of I'm Overwhelmed. Now what? I'm your host, Kendall Kennedy, and this podcast and space was intentionally created for the women who fearlessly take care of everyone else while often neglecting themselves. In this space, we talk about the real struggles of juggling it all, carrying the load, often by ourselves, and still trying to make sense of where we fit in our own story. Here we create space for honest conversations, practical advice, and a little bit of laughter along the way. I invite you to come fill up your cup because you deserve every drop. We teach pouring into others from your overflow here because you need everything in your cup in order to make it through. Before we get started, I want to remind and invite you all to intentionally hydrate with me during this episode and hopefully throughout your everyday. I'm a huge advocate for staying hydrated and moisturized. Things busy women with full plates tend to forget to do. I'm here to remind you to prioritize you and insert the airplane analogy. We have to save and take care of ourselves in order to show up and take care of everybody else. Hydrating, super important. Body's mostly made of water. You need the intake. And water is a huge source of clearing mental fog, clarity. Sometimes we're not really hungry. We're actually just dehydrated or thirsty. So this is me helping a sister out. Drink your water. Mind your business. Come on. Let's get started with this episode. And moisturize. Check your elbows. You ashy? Is they dry? Go find you some oil or some lotion. You're welcome. Thank me later. You don't have to tell me if your skin was dry. We don't judge here. We understand. We don't judge. We absolutely understand. Because my ankles is not moisturized at this moment. There we go. Transparent moment. You heard it here first. With that loud gulp that I'm sure is loud, I may or may not edit that out. Today's tea combination, because people ask me what was I drinking, because I pause here and there to drink, and people ask me, what were you drinking? So today's tea is one I don't drink often. I'm still drinking that 4-pound glass jar of lemon, honey, ginger, citron that I got from Costco. So a little bit of that and mixed with a Lipton 5 fruits forest tea that I rarely drink because I only have like 5 left. I'm so sad. I got them from somewhere in France, close to the Germany border. Me and my son we drove around Europe for a couple weeks that was his high school graduation / birthday present. So it's just us driving around 6 countries in Europe, looking at castles and going on tours, eating the food, doing the things. It was a great time. I bought a lot of tea because I like tea, along with seasonings and a bunch of other stuff. But this one I really liked. So it's 5 forest fruits from Lipton. It's really good. I may try to see if I can find it at an international store online. So that's what I'm drinking. I hope there's some water in your cup. I wonder, tell me in the comments, message me on social media. What do you drink with your water? That is a conversation I've been having lately. As I try to consistently drink that couple liters of water a day, the struggle is real. But I have found if there is something in my water, like to give it a little flavor or a little kick, I will drink more of that than I will water itself. I actually prefer room temperature water with like lemon or cucumber, something, right? I need something in my water and I'll drink more of it if it's room temperature and there's something else to it, like the cucumber lemon mint mix or something. There has to be something. I don't know what it is. And then I have to drink. I did a hydration test thing years ago. So I need coconut, alkaline, or spring water in order to feel hydrated. The regular filter water from the refrigerator ain't it. Tap definitely ain't it. I'm trying to get better and I'm noticing my habits. What are yours? Have you thought about that? Like, how can you help yourself to drink more water? What works for you? Are you a cold water person? Do you like a couple of drops of this, a slice of that? Like, you got bougie water you need to create? I'm interested in how do you hydrate. It's gonna be an episode. Okay, I have started down the rabbit hole and I caught myself. I'm so proud of myself. All right. Let me see. Take 3. We are ready. Today's episode honors Mental Health Awareness Month with a conversation that is both radical and grounding. What we consume is shaping our mental well-being more than we realize. Ask yourself this question and pause for a moment to think about it. What are you feeding your mind, body, and soul? And how is it feeding you back? Before I take you on a deep dive into all things consumption, Let's take a couple quick breaths because somebody may need to let go of some of their day or some of their anxiety or some of their worries. I want you to come here and rest and give yourself the break that you deserve. So we're not going to do the whole breathing exercise, but we're going to take a couple deep breaths. So come on and breathe with me. Let's inhale and exhale. One more. We'll inhale and we're going to intentionally exhale and let go all of the worry, all of the stress, and make sure you're present in this moment and grounded in doing something for you. You may have taken a couple extra breaths because I'm a little long winded, so there may have been an extra breath or so in there. I don't want you to stop breathing on me. Okay, thank you. Hope that helped you because it helped me. All right, so understanding consumption is where we'll start this deep dive. Consumption is more than food. Many people automatically think about food when you think about consumption, but consumption goes far beyond what's on your plate or in front of you that you can eat. It's also the conversations we participate in, the media we scroll through, the music we let loop on repeat or we choose to listen to, the people we allow in our space and to occupy our energy or to give energy to, or we get energy from all of that. People are a lot and they have a lot to do with a consumption. The clutter or peace in our homes, our stuff is consumption. The things we collect or the things we don't collect, the space we have, even the products we put on our skin. We're consuming what we're rubbing into our skin, what we're washing with. It's all consumption. According to the American Psychological Association, mental overload is on the rise due to constant exposure to negative stimuli. This includes news cycles, toxic relationships, and processed foods that affect our gut brain connection. I'll say that I stopped watching TV during COVID in 2020, and I really haven't went back. I have specific things if someone tells me about something that was really powerful or that you must see, I'll check it out. And then I do the holiday break for the holiday romance movies or those holiday movies on Hallmark. I do those, right? So those are my TV moments are during the holiday season. But I felt like the news was impacting my mental health. It was stressing me out. And I find the way the news is created, it incites fear. They often find the negative to talk about. And now with social media and the broad aspect of you see what's happening around the world, it's not just local news. Like back in the day, all there was local news, so you knew what was going on locally. But now you know what's going on everywhere. And they choose what they want to report. And it's often negative or it's this went bad, this went wrong. So I chose to opt out of the news, which made me just stop watching TV because I realized I was consuming that. And so I stopped it because you can control what you consume. It doesn't have to control you. It doesn't have to consume you. You can choose. So I chose, I should say, to stop watching TV. And I also found I was doing too much binge watching and there were better things that I needed to do with my time to help me. For some people, TV is relaxing. It's part of their self-care routine. That's good. I knew I was overindulging. I was doing too much binge watching and not enough living in life, right? Actively. So that was something for me. But it's different for everybody. I love a good scripture to help put things in context. So Proverbs 4:23, this is the NLT version. Guard your heart above all else, for it determines the course of your life. It's not just a scripture. It's not just relating to consumption. It's neuroscience and self-protection. Guard your heart. Your heart's a part of your body. What you consume can be more than food. You need to consume good food because that directly impacts your heart. But you also need to guard your heart from the toxic and negative stimuli, because it truly does determine the course of your life. This is one of those spaces where we choose to pause and hydrate. Let's break down the science. Food is first, because that's the first thing people think about when they think about consumption. Diets high in sugar, preservatives, and processed oils have been linked to increased depression and anxiety symptoms. That was Harvard Health Publishing from 2020. The gut and brain connection is real. 90% of serotonin receptors are in the gut. Studies show that listening to high frequency music can boost dopamine, while lyrically dark or aggressive music, when consumed excessively, can increase rumination and sadness. Isn't that interesting? So, high frequency music is a good dopamine boost, and dark aggressive music can increase sadness and rumination. A 2023 Stanford University study found that proximity to a cluttered or a chaotic space raised cortisol levels by 30%. And being around emotionally unavailable or toxic individuals contributes to emotional exhaustion. Just those four things: food, music, people, and your environment. And knowing those facts about how they impact your body and your mind. We all know that cortisol is responsible for why we can't keep our stomach flat and all those other levels impacted by stress and worry and things. There's a lot just in those facts, but we know we're women. We're resilient, and we always come back, and we come back stronger, and we come back better. We're not going to sit in the moment. We're going to get better. Don't worry. Stay with me. Social media and news research from the Journal of Mental Health and Social Behavior showed that doom scrolling for just 10 minutes a day increases anxiety by 21%, and that a quick check-in on the news can actually send your nervous system into overdrive. When I mentioned how I watched TV and I felt like the news was giving me anxiety and that's why I stopped, I felt like it was inciting my anxiety or was helping to crank it up. So I opted out of that, and I intentionally choose when and how much news I'll digest. I intentionally go find positive news stories because I love seeing someone help this person did this, or somebody created a new thing. This person got a scholarship for this, or this person created a new. I intentionally go find good things to balance out my CNN check or the BBC check on, important things. So I'm not aloof to what's going on. I'm just intentional about how much and when I consume the news. I create balance. I pick and choose how I consume it, and I invite you to do the same. I want to help you have one of those moments or consider signs that you may need a consumption cleanse. Ask yourself these questions. Do I feel heavy or drained after being around certain people or watching certain content? Is my music or media reinforcing anxiety or peace? Am I aware of how my food is making me feel afterward? Do you always need a nap? Are we going downhill rapidly? Okay, those backup questions weren't a part of the questions. That was just me. So let me stay focused. The last one. Have I been mindless in my routines and numb to what I consume? If you find yourself saying, yes, I feel heavy or drained, anxiety is being reinforced by music or media, food isn't making me feel great, it's making me feel drowsy or tired, and yes, I'm mindless and numb. If those were your responses, you may need a consumption cleanse. Here are some tips for mindful consumption, because I'm not just going to tell you something's wrong without telling you how you can help fix it. If we can't do nothing else, we know how to fix stuff for other people. We have to begin fixing things for ourselves. You ready? Bookmark this part. Get something to write stuff down with. Do what you need to do so you can make sure you start becoming mindful of what you consume. Let's talk solutions on being more intentional and how you can figure out if you need a consumption cleanse or maybe to make some changes. Do a 3-day consumption analysis. Get you a journal or go to the $1.25 plus store tree. Buy you a notepad. For 3 days, I want you to track what you eat, read, watch, and who you interact with. You can do this on your phone too. You can use your note app on your phone. Same thing. So 3 days, when you write down what you eat, read, watch, and who you interact with, I want you to rate how each made you feel. Use a scale that matters to you. You can use if they energized you, if it drained you, if you don't think it made you feel any type of way, or is it neutral? And you can do on a 1 to 10 how good you felt, right? Think of a scale that works for you for each one. Look for energy drainers. I don't want you to analyze it before the end of your 3 days. Just make note. You can make note of things or you can do a rating, whichever you think is more helpful for you to look back on day 4 at how things went. I don't want you to change up your routine or intentionally do things that are better. Do your norm. You don't want this to be for nothing because you changed your game. Do your normal routine and see how the cards fall, right? You gotta look at how it be realistic and be real. And let's be transparent with ourselves about our reality. Because sometimes we need those reality checks. So that's the first one. Audit your intake. Number 2, choose nurturing over viral. Follow accounts that nurture your growth, not your insecurities. Unfollow anything that breeds comparison, fear, or rage. Let's be honest, a lot of things on social media aren't reality. Social media is typically a place where people put the good. They don't post the all. You see the highlights, you see the positive things, you see the good and the great, how they're thriving, but it's not always reality. I'll give you one example. I love kitchens. Oh my gosh, I love kitchens. I love the kitchens on TV. They look glorious. But in reality, everybody don't have an island. Everybody don't have that giant kitchen space, right? Some people have small galley kitchens or they don't have a dining room. Reality isn't really social media all the time. They're not always happy. Their makeup isn't always perfect. Their outfits aren't always new. Every day is not the runway. I say all that to say, don't feed into unrealistic realities and then judge yourself because you think you're lacking. It's comparison. Don't compare. What's meant for them is for them. What's meant for you is for you. Two completely separate things, two completely separate beings, purposes, and lives. Don't compare yourself. Number 3, elevate your environment. Light candles, open windows for fresh air, remove clutter. As Marie Kondo would say, keep what sparks joy. I've slowly been trying to embrace more minimalist practices, realizing I have a lot of stuff I actually don't need. And I hold on to things saying maybe I could use this in the future. And I'm trying to get away from that. I had someone point out to me that I was doing that, and I had no clue. Number 4, eat with awareness and intention. Swap one processed item a day for something whole. A fruit, leafy green, herbal tea. Consider this quote, let food be thy medicine. Hippocrates said that. I don't know who said your body is a temple. We need to treat it with the respect, love, and mindfulness that it is owed. We only have one body. While some people may make changes to said body to keep it the way that they see fit, we still only have one. So let's be intentional about what we put in it, the quality of what we're putting in it, reducing and cutting back on those sugars, the processed foods, reading the labels, getting to understand more about the differences in chemicals and ingredients placed in American food versus things in other countries. If you need things to look at and research online, start researching things that will improve the quality of your life and your mental health. So eat with awareness, shop with intention, and be good to yourself. Number 5, be intentional with sound. Create a mindset playlist with affirmations, meditations, worship, or calming frequencies. I found on Facebook and apps we choose to subscribe to for our music, a lot of people have already created some pretty dope playlists. So you don't have to create from scratch. You can if you want, but you don't have to. There are playlists out there. Sometimes you may just need inspiration or you can't think of what you want. Check out some affirmation or meditation or calming playlists. I have mood playlists. I have a cleaning playlist. I have a worship playlist. I have a sleep playlist. I even have a morning routine. There's a coffee making song. My coffee making song, it's called Black Like You by Joseph Solomon. Listen to it and thank me later. There's music to go with like my every mood. Be intentional with your sound and what you consume. Choose things that are good for your mental and that remind you of good times, that get you going or help you wind down. Be intentional with your sound. Ooh, that rhymed. Yeah, look at me. Maybe I should go be a poet. No, I take that back. I'm not adding nothing else to my plate. No more plate additions. Okay, stay focused. Almost done. Last one. Number 6, set boundaries. Say no to conversations or people that drain you, create negative feelings, emotion, stress, anxiety, make you sad or depressed or angry. Set those boundaries and stand on them. Say no to conversations or people that trigger your emotional responses or encourage you to react in an adverse manner. That negative stimuli we were talking about earlier. Sometimes conversations and people drain you, and at the end, you feel like you've taken their burdens or you're sharing them. We don't have the capacity for the things we have to do. So let's set boundaries and control what else we take in. It's okay to say no, not right now, or I'm not able to carry anything else in this moment. Set boundaries and stand on them. Saying no is not mean. It's a boundary and it's there for your protection. It's there for your peace and it's there for your mental health. Feel free to say no when needed. Stop a conversation, redirect it, or ask to put a pin in it. Sometimes you need to use the, hey, I've had a lot happen today, or right now mentally, I can't take any more, or in this moment, I need to choose me. Can we circle back to this? Or I just can't do that. Sometimes we actually need to say that. It'll have someone else understand you. Help people understand you. Help people understand how to treat you, approach you, interact with you, and consider you. Often life be lifing, and sometimes people need someone to vent to. It's okay to require permission for venting. It's okay to have people say, can I vent? And you be able to say yes or no. It's a boundary. You may not be able to take that on a day. It may be a day you don't look forward to. It may be a moment when something bad just happened or something toxic or traumatic is coming. You may not need any more bad news or negative feeling or negative stimuli or emotions. You don't need to absorb anybody else's anything in that moment, and it's okay. So let's be proactive, say no, set boundaries, and stick to them. All right, those were 6 tips for mindful consumption. Audit your intake, choose nurturing over viral moments, people, pages, and content. Elevate your environment, eat with awareness, be intentional with sound, and set boundaries. Here's some inspiration and affirmations to help you live into consuming things intentionally and being mindful of it. I offer these to you. Here's a quote by Anne Lamott. Almost everything will work again if you unplug it for a few minutes, including you. There's a scripture. Finally, brothers and sisters, whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, think about such things. Philippians 4:8. Here's an affirmation for you that you can say in the mirror in the Superman pose. And if you don't know what the Superman pose is, it's standing feet shoulder width apart, hands on your hips, and you look directly at yourself. It's a power pose. It instills confidence. Look yourself directly in the eye and say this: I honor my mind, body, and spirit by consuming what uplifts, nourishes, and aligns with my peace. If you're in the car and you need to pull down your visor mirror, maybe you need to use the camera on your phone, tell yourself that I honor my mind, body, and spirit by consuming what uplifts, nourishes, and aligns with my peace. We are going to chase after that peace, and I'm going to keep helping you all chase it, because when we get it, we going to keep it. We going to feed it, we going to nourish it, and we're going to intentionally, by any means necessary, make sure it continues to abide within us. It's not optional. It is absolutely necessary. All right, I didn't want to be before you long, but I felt it was really important to talk about consumption in various ways and how it impacts your mental health, especially during Mental Health Awareness Month. I want you to make sure you take inventory of how you're consuming things. Give yourself permission to be picky about what enters your space physically, emotionally, digitally, and spiritually. If this episode resonated with you, share it with someone that needs a reminder that overwhelm can be untangled, one mindful choice at a time. I would love it if you would subscribe, leave a review, follow us, and connect with us. We're on Facebook under my nonprofit. We Can See You. You'll see what do you call that thing? The profile picture. The profile picture is the logo for the podcast. I changed it so it'd be easier to find. We're on Threads. I'm overwhelmed. Now what? Until next time, choose peace on purpose. Be purposeful with choosing peace. Do things for you. Make time for you, because you are so important and you are so needed. I want you all to remember, we may be overwhelmed, but we will not stay that way. Let's keep each other lifted, ladies. And if no one has told you this today, you are doing a good job. You really are. Thank you for all that you do. I want you to keep going. Keep going. And keep choosing you. Make time for you. I'll see you on the next episode.